You retire? You're not retired? What's going on?
Oh, I'm still active. I'm in
still
active,
active?
yeah, training. I do training.
Man, he gonna fight again? Is he gonna do an exhibition? He wants to.
Or a real fight. Okay.
It has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money.
Boxing legend Manny Pacquiao has officially spoken about his return to the ring at 46 years old, confirming a fight against rising star Mario Barrios. Speaking with the same confidence and determination that defined his amazing career, Pacquiao said age is just a number, and he's ready to prove he still belongs among the best. This fight is not just a comeback, but a chance to show the world his fire is still alive. Fans across the globe are excited as the 8-division world champion gets ready to step back into the spotlight for what could become one of the year's most talked about fights.
In a world title fight against the WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Date yet to be confirmed, venue yet to be confirmed, but it looks like it will be in July and in Las Vegas. Yeah, massive news announced yesterday by the WBC president, and it was so out of left field. Pacquiao hasn't fought professionally since 2021. That was 4 years ago. He was 41 at the time, and of course he lost to Yordenis Ugas, the very, very tricky Cuban fighter. Convincingly lost to Yordenis Ugas, and in that fight 4 years ago, as I say.
Pacquiao's return comes after a short retirement in 2021, following his loss to Yordenis Ugas. At that time, the Filipino icon shifted his focus to politics and even launched a presidential campaign in the Philippines. Though his political plans fell short, many in the boxing world believed Pacquiao's story in the ring wasn't over. With over 20 years of experience, 62 wins, and countless awards, Pacquiao's name still stands for speed, power, and endless energy. His opponent, Mario Barrios, represents the new generation. At 29, Barrios already has an impressive record with wins over fighters like Giovanni Santiago and a tough fight against Gervonta Tank Davis. Known for his skills, strength, and determination, Barrios hopes to make a statement by beating one of boxing's legends. The mix of styles and generations makes this match very interesting. "I have nothing but respect for Manny Pacquiao," Barrios said recently, "but this is my era now. I'm not stepping into the ring to admire him, I'm stepping in to win." The fight, set for Las Vegas, is being promoted as a special event, drawing both casual fans and hardcore boxing lovers. It's expected to bring in huge pay-per-view numbers and has sparked new excitement in the welterweight division.
Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios? Okay, if this was for a massive bag, I get it. But you're fighting for a non-pay-per-view event, so you're going to be fighting for free against a guy like Manny Pacquiao. Why? There are plenty of other fights to be making. But yet we're getting Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. Is Manny Pacquiao even ready to fight in the ring? Why is he? I get he still loves the sport, but listen, you are an all-time great, a legend of the sport, a Hall of Famer. Why return? Why not just go pursue other things? If anything, do those little cheap expedition fights that you did last year, or those that are similar to that of what Floyd Mayweather keeps doing. Why is Manny Pacquiao doing a real legitimate fight? I get for its world championship, but against Mario Barrios. Why is Mario Barrios agreeing to this? Unless there is some astronomically large amount of money being given out for this fight makes no sense for either party. And I'm sick of having this welterweight division held up by dumb stuff like this. We don't want this fight. It makes absolutely no sense. And all it does is hold up the welterweight division a little bit longer.
Barrios has shared his excitement about possibly facing Pacquiao. He said, "I'm very excited at the possibility of this fight happening. Manny Pacquiao is a future Hall of Famer, a legend, and someone I admired while growing up. To share the ring with him would be an honor and a dream come true." This shows Barrios' respect for Pacquiao's career and his eagerness to challenge himself against a legend. For Pacquiao, training camp has been tough. Videos have shown him sparring with younger fighters and showing flashes of the speed and movement that once made him nearly unbeatable. His longtime trainer, Freddie Roach, is confident, saying, "Manny still has it. He's always been a special athlete. His work ethic is unmatched, and he's taking this fight seriously." The idea of an aging champion coming back to regain glory touches fans across all sports, but especially in boxing, where the demands are extreme and the risks high. Yet, Pacquiao seems confident. In interviews, he said this fight isn't about money or fame, but about passion and legacy. People think I have nothing left to prove, he said. But I want to do this one more time for myself, my fans, and my country. Barrios, meanwhile, sees this as his big chance to boost his career. Beating Pacquiao would make him a global name and open doors to even bigger fights. Some critics say Pacquiao is past his prime, but others warn not to underestimate his experience and boxing smarts.
What's the next fight you're working?
I'm working now.
Where? Oh, you going to New York?
No.
I'm saying. You know, I told someone that he's one of the main coaches here, and they said, why is Roberts Gardner a coach? They thought he was the guy. No, I'm serious. Someone thought that you were the Gardner guy.
Blas?
Yeah, no, someone seriously, one of the boxing reporters. No, Blas. I said, no, he's not. Yeah, of course, he's a legend. Where is he? The firefighter.
They thought I was
Because they saw the videos and they got confused. Oh, Mikey's here. Who's the guy with Mikey? Who's the guy with Mikey? Okay, really quick. Manny Pacquiao. It looks like you fight Barrios July 19th. Who wins? Pacquiao? Why? What do you think?
He says Barrios.
You think Barrios? Are you joking or are you serious?
Pacquiao's like 50.
He's 46. But he's still Pacquiao.
Years off. No, he's not. I think Barrios.
You said Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao.
Experience is a weapon, said boxing expert Max Kellerman. Pacquiao has faced every style and knows every trick in the book. Barrios may be younger and possibly stronger right now, but there's a reason Pacquiao is a legend. You don't bet against someone like him easily. The talk around the fight has also included what a win or loss would mean for both. For Pacquiao, a win would be a victorious comeback and might even lead to one last title shot. For Barrios, a win would mean respect and a possible shift in the sport's top ranks. Promoters have been building the hype with exciting videos, interviews, and behind-the-scenes footage, which has increased the fans' excitement. Social media has played a big role, with both fighters posting training updates, motivational messages, and personal thoughts. The hashtag #AcherPacquiaoBarrios has been trending on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram, with fans debating everything from who has the better jab to how the fight might end. The undercard fights will feature a mix of rising stars and veteran boxers. The event is being called a celebration of boxing, with tributes to Pacquiao's legendary career. Many are also wondering if this might be Pacquiao's last fight, win or lose, adding even more emotion to the story.
So basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so,
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
Next, cry me a river, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Despite the excitement, there are real concerns about Pacquiao's age and the wear on his body over the years. At 46, he would be one of the oldest elite boxers to compete at this level. Medical experts and sports analysts have pointed out that while Pacquiao has passed all required physicals, reflexes, and recovery time naturally decline with age, still, people close to him say he's in great shape and ready to surprise everyone. Amir Khan recently shared his concerns about Pacquiao's return, showing both admiration and caution. While Khan respects Pacquiao's legendary status, he's also worried about the risks of a comeback at this point in his life and career. In a candid interview, Khan said, "Manny is a legend, no doubt about that. But boxing is a young man's sport. At 46, your reflexes, recovery time, and durability just aren't the same. I'd hate to see someone like him get hurt by pushing his body too far." Khan added that while Pacquiao looks sharp in training videos, there's a big difference between looking good in the gym and lasting 12 rounds against a young, hungry opponent like Mario Barrios.
And Manny got in touch with me as well. Manny was like, "Shall we do a fight? Shall we?" Like, he's quite serious about it. He was like, "Shall we make a fight happen?" I go, "Listen, if you can get a funder, if you can get someone like a Turkey Sheikh on board, then why not?"
There's no. I mean, that must be able to be made. That.
Yeah.
I mean, surely.
You do that for the right money, right?
Massive. Look, we've had our best days, and I think a fight like that would definitely sell. I mean, Manny having a massive Philippine fan base, and all around the world, really. And then obviously myself, I've got a decent fan base as well. So I think it will definitely sell, and people would like to see. You know, when people make comebacks. I mean, people always like to see them see how the fight's going to be. And me and Manny are probably in the same position. We'd be both being retired for like 3-4 years. I think it will make a good fight.
And you're only 38 as well, I mean. So we've seen boxers older than that getting back into the ring. I mean, it's still at a good age where you certainly could box again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at George Foreman, the late George Foreman. You know, he was a great champion, and he came back. I think he must have been in his late 40s when he come back and won a world title as well. So look, in boxing, it's always that one punch. And at the same time, though, guys, is that I look back and think, do I need to get back in the ring again? You know, we've always been prize fighters. I've always taken punches to the head. It could just be that one punch that hurts you, and you know, God forbid you get hurt and you can't spend good quality time with your family.
Khan also reflected on his own near miss with Pacquiao, which could have been a huge fight. According to Khan, the fight fell apart due to contract problems and financial issues. He revealed that the negotiations were ruined by middlemen and broken promises from investors, especially around a planned fight in the United Arab Emirates. Khan said, "The fight didn't happen because Bob Arum said the investors in Dubai or wherever in the UAE couldn't put the money together and needed more time. This lack of secured money led to the collapse of the match." Despite these setbacks, Khan is still open to facing Pacquiao if the right conditions come up. He's made it clear that he would only return for big fights against top names like Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather. Khan stressed that he's financially secure and no longer has the love for boxing unless it's a major bout. He said, "I'm 90% done with the sport anyway. I don't have the love for boxing anymore to motivate myself. It would only have to be Manny or Floyd Mayweather."
There's been talks about it for a long, long time that, he wants to fight again. But I don't know, there's nothing really that materialized from it, you know what I mean? As long as if we can get like a Turkey or a Sheikh or someone to put the money down and persuade Manny to do this, then it'll happen. But other than that, I don't think it'll happen.
You've been talking. I know you've always wanted.
We know each other. We spoke about it, but it's somewhat about the investment. If someone's willing to put the investment down, and we've not really got anyone.
UBC President Mauricio Sulaiman announced that Pacquiao is set to face WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios in July 2025. This fight marks Pacquiao's return after almost 4 years of retirement, with his last fight being a loss to Yordenis Ugas in August 2021. Now cleared by the Nevada State Athletic Commission and supported by WBC rules that let former champions return, Pacquiao is eligible to challenge for a world title. However, the official announcement of the fight is on hold until Pacquiao finishes his Senate campaign in the Philippines, which ends on May 12th.
As of now, Mario Barrios is the WBC champion. So who is he mandated to fight next? Do you have made that decision yet?
Well, at this time, Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July. That's a tremendous fight. It was released, PBC. Manny Pacquiao first title was the flyweight WBC, and he wants to retire as WBC champion, so he's fighting in the welterweight division.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like Pat, even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring. It's
later.
different fucking dude. Right. Once he steps through that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like, Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah,
and got crucified.
Yeah, but he's super
I wish you the best
too.
Good luck in that fight.
Good luck in the fight.
I already said he's got these T-Rex arms. Everybody's talking about how fast he is. Manny Pacquiao, T-Rex arm. Pop, pop, pop.
Pacquiao. Oh, down goes Thurman! And let me tell you, that was just a quick punch. Pacquiao again, the aggressor. See? Now the response by Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao.
Reports say Premier Boxing Champions and TGB Promotions have booked the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for July 19th, making it the likely date and place for the fight. I like the idea very much. I think Pacquiao can beat or compete with any fighter today. This shows the WBC's support for the fight, recognizing Pacquiao's lasting popularity and competitive spirit. Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, also sees the fight as a good chance. He called Barrios the perfect opponent for Pacquiao, saying it's a 50-50 fight, but a very winnable fight for Manny. Gibbons said Barrios' style may work well with Pacquiao's strengths, suggesting that the matchup is both tough and favorable for the veteran.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't want to really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios. We've talked about Conor Benn, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England. We could have done it in the U.S. We could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever, many years ago, was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story and a very winnable fight for Manny. So again, over the next month or so, we'll either be able to make these fights or we won't. That is definitely on the target.
Pacquiao's career is unmatched in its reach. He's the only boxer to win world titles in 8 weight classes, from flyweight to light middleweight, covering a 39-pound range. This shows his ability to adjust and succeed even against bigger opponents. By comparison, Sugar Ray Robinson was dominant mostly in 2 weight classes, welterweight and middleweight. While Robinson's record is impressive, with 174 wins and 109 knockouts, his success was limited to fewer weight divisions. Betting odds are close, reflecting the uncertainty about the result. Pacquiao's long legacy and huge fan base give him an edge in popularity, but bookmakers slightly favor Barrios because of his youth and recent fights. Still, history shows Pacquiao often does well as the underdog. The international aspect also adds excitement. Pacquiao is a national hero in the Philippines, and his return has been celebrated with public events. Meanwhile, Barrios represents a new American hope, with supporters from San Antonio and the Latino community backing him. It's not just a sports match, but also a cultural showdown, with pride and identity at stake.
He also has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention, put Pacquiao's resume up to those guys. Bill James, the great baseball sabermetrician, had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought, that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach? Take either for Pacquiao. Take his peak. Was it at 140 pounds when he obliterated Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and then Oscar De La Hoya, though that was at 147? Was that Pacquiao's peak? Because remember, that's when the Mayweather-Pacquiao hype actually reached fever pitch. Oh my God, these are 2 of the best fighters we've ever seen, and they're both in their primes.
What is your opinion on Pacquiao's return? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.